Jimmy Butler in the building. This time without a mink jacket. It's a little nicer in the Bay Area today. Clear skies here in the city, Zeta, as Jimmy Butler looks like he may be able to go after missing game number 3. But we welcome everybody to the Warriors Pregame Live, presented by Comcast Business. Live here at the Gatehouse in Thrive City with the Hall of Famer Chris Mullen, the pride of Yale, Zeta Cada. I am Vontae Hill. And look, they were able to win game 3 without Jimmy Butler due to Steph Curry's mastery, Mullen.
Incredible performance by Steph Curry. Not only is he scoring, Vontae, his playmaking, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and his gravity. The double teams at half court, opening up opportunities for GP2 and Buddy Hield. Steph was dynamic, going to need a similar performance tonight.
Gary Payton with 13 of his 16 points in the second half, including 9 in that fourth quarter. And then, of course, he ended the game within the game. You had Draymond Green, you had Jalen Green, no relation, chirping after the game, but actions do speak louder than words.
Absolutely. Both of these players have monumental roles to play for their individual programs. They're going to have to focus on showing up tonight as opposed to showing up in front of each other.
No doubt Jalen Green struggling after a monster game 2 performance in which he scored 38 points, just 9 Saturday night here at Chase Center. And we're just about an hour from tip-off between this massive game 4 between the Rockets and the Warriors. Tip-off on the Domino's Tracker countdown clock, with all the signs point to him shooting up tonight after this gruesome fall in game number 2 late in the first quarter. He did miss game 3, but he's expected to be available. They left pelvis contusion. Nothing is official as of now as we get ready for game number 4. And look, the ramifications of winning game 4 are huge for the Golden State Warriors. If they do take a 3-1 series lead, that team that leads 3 games to 1 wins the best of 7 series 96% of the time. So we talked about game 3 being massive, Zena, with the Warriors with a series tied in 1 game apiece. The winner in game 3 wins 74% of the time. The Warriors know they can take a commanding 3-1 lead back down to Houston, put the Rockets on the brink.
This is why there's so much pressure on this game to show up. And what's nice is the Warriors have already proven to themselves that they can do it without Jimmy Butler. So the prospect of him potentially being a part of this team adds another level of ferocity, another level of just doggedness out on the court, and you get excited at the possibility of them elevating their game even more so than what you saw in game 3.
Totally right, Vontae. So this Rockets team is going to play like they did game 2 with incredible desperation, physicality, because they know if they go down 3-1, this series is basically over. If they can get it to 2-2, all of a sudden, that higher seed historically wins that series 74% of the time. So the definition of a huge game is right in front of us here at Chase Center.
Now, if Jimmy Butler does play, Millie, I'll start with you here. The Warriors seem like they played a little faster Saturday night. The ball was hopping around, 16 second half assists, 26 assists overall. So what's the key with Jimmy keeping up with that pace?
Yeah, obviously that fourth quarter, 35-22, good pace offensively. Steph was dynamic. Steph got 23 field goal attempts, 13 threes. He was 7 of 10 on tough twos, 5 of 13 from through. So I think the volume of shots is important, not just for Steph, for the Warriors in general. They had four more field goal attempts. That's a stat Houston likes to dominate. So speeding the game up, and we saw a lot of those clips post-game of Steph's shots. 14 seconds, 11 seconds on the shot clock, which means they're getting the ball up the floor early. That's where a lot of good shots are. So that's important to keep that pace, Vontae. I think with Jimmy Butler, if they're going to play ISO, I like to see him get the ball early, make that double team come. If it does not come, attack that paint. This way, when he does kick out, those players do not have to exclusively shoot the ball. Then they can redrive it and collapse the defense again.
Great points. And what I like about Jimmy Butler is that he is an attentive player. So he probably watched game 3 and saw just how quick they were moving, especially in transition. And that's probably going to be his focal point tonight. Let me make some gambles. Let me find a way to get in those passing lanes, get some steals, get up and down the floor. But if the Rockets do plan to play with that desperation ball, there's no one you would want with the ball in their hand than Jimmy Butler playing ISO.
Another huge factor, Vontae. The 2 losses, the Rockets shot 39% from the field. Game 1, 22 offensive rebounds. Last game, 15-10, just a 5 rebound difference. That's a huge factor because those defensive rebounds lets the Warriors get out in transition.
And the Warriors flip the second chance points 18-11 in game number 3. Let's go inside the Chase Center for the first time all evening, courtesy of Comcast Business. Every connection counts with the great KB, Kareth Burke, NBA champion Festus Ezeli, and our Warriors Insider Hall of Famer here at NBC Sports Bay Area, Monty KB. It was a struggle in the first half offensively for the Golden State Warriors. They woke up late in the first half. In the second half, they exploded by outscoring the Rockets by 14 in that second frame. The offense came alive thanks to Stephen Curry.
Well, break it down even more. Look at that fourth quarter, okay? That was the one that put Game 3 away. There was 9 consecutive points from GP2. Steph had 5 assists and 2 killer threes in that quarter. So as the Warriors look at this game, what do you want them to roll forward from the last one?
Well, first of all, the Steph and Gary Payton II, their two-man game is really, really nice. It's been that way for a long time. It's one of the reasons why Gary is so valuable to this team.
Yes.
The other part of that to me is Draymond Green, who's been pretty quiet in many ways. First 2 games, even in the first half of this game, Draymond Green in the fourth quarter became a monster. And if he can do that, it's a different series.
Okay, here's what I love. All right, look at the turnover for the Warriors. 9 turnovers. That's the most important part. When you take care of the ball with Steph Curry playing like he was that last game, I thought that was the biggest difference in the game. They got to maintain the momentum. Steph was on attack the whole night, but when he did that, he made the Houston Rockets react to that. That's the double teams. That's getting the ball out of his hands, blitzing him. And Gary Payton II, I love the fact as soon as Steph gave him the ball, he became very decisive. He's getting to the rim. Without Jimmy Butler last game, you needed those points in the paint, and Gary Payton II delivered.
Steph with the ball is so dangerous. That might be the most obvious thing I've ever said in my Warriors coverage. But even they have to foul him, and he can get he's the best free throw shooter on the team. So all of these things, it feels like the Rockets just lacked options in that fourth quarter. What did you think about the way that the Warriors frustrated the Rockets and made them walk off the court pretty ticked off?
Yeah, because the game was so tight. And most of the games these teams played this season, regular season and even down the playoffs, have been tight.
Yeah.
And the Warriors have had a hard time getting their assist totals up. They've been averaging 5 assists per quarter against this team. That's not them. That's 20 a game. They managed to get 16 assists in the second half against this team. So you kind of figure something out. The question is, will there be an adjustment? There always is.
Of course.
And so I talked to Ime Udoka about it, and he said, we had some communication issues on defense. Let those flips get in past us. We'll see if it changes tonight.
Well, tight game is advantage Warriors. All right, that's his old man experience over here with the Golden State Warriors against the youth for the Houston Rockets. I was with them at the gym this morning, the Houston Rockets. They felt like a lot of them were nervous. These are young guys. A lot of them their first playoff experience on the road. Different experience, different atmosphere, and you looked at them to swing back tonight, going against the Warriors, being more physical. Well, I love the defense for the Warriors last game. I got to give that a shout out. 39% from the field they held the Houston Rockets to, and with that, that's a lot of open shots and open fast break points to be able to run, and that's when the Warriors offense is at its best.
You a secret agent? You got that intel from the gym?
Yeah,
there you go. Okay. There you go. And remember, the Warriors cracked 100 points for the first time in the last game, so they're starting to figure out what they can do on offense, how they need to move the ball, as Monte said, to get the edge in this series.
Well, I'm expecting Festus Ezeli on Wednesday to come through with the Hakeem Olajuwon jersey. I didn't know he was double dipping over here, man.
My ears to the streets, Monte.
Come on, man. We were looking at the winning categories here. Gotta love Festy. He's getting that intel, though, at the hotel room. You take a look at the winning categories, and we discussed this, the rebounding. The Rockets point to the paint. The first game, 54-34, plus 18 in game number 2. The Warriors were able to flip all these winning categories, which helped them win game number 3.
You saw the Warriors be so intentional about finding a way to the basket, particularly in those lanes. When you talk about Mully, 7 of 10, Steph Curry starting the game, being able to go to the basket first when he started 1 of 6 from 3. These are the adjustments that we're talking about. Usually, it's not something that you're seeing in the huddle. Oh, you need to change X, Y, and Z, X's and O's. It's just reading what the defense is giving you. And so you're watching the Warriors find lanes to the basket, find easy buckets, cutting when Steph is getting two teammates going at them, going to the basket, find their way off ball open. And so you really appreciate that the Warriors are making those type of shifts in game in real time.
And I think offensively, the Warriors did find something in that fourth quarter. Obviously putting up 35 points. But look, they scored 104. That's 10 below their regular season average. I think there's a whole other level for this team to get to, and it could be tonight. A big factor for me is the defensive rebounding. The Rockets are going to miss shots. In their 2 losses, they've shot 39% from the field and 55% from the free throw line in game 1, 58% in game 2. So the missed shots are opportunities to get out in transition. And the Warriors do a good job.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you like the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do